Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today's video, we're going to the bookstore. I'm so excited. We have two books that I'm looking for that were on my 2026 anticipated reads. So we're gonna go see if we can find them. For Human Use by Sarah Pierce is one of the books. And then the other book is How to Kill a Guy in 10 Dates by Shaylee Thompson. So very excited to go and look for them. We're going to go to Books A Million because it's the bookstore that I'm near. We'll see if they have them. If they do, we'll grab them, and we'll see if there's any other new releases that I didn't know about, but those are the two we're after. So let's go. Alright, we did it. It was a success. We went into the bookstore. Books A Million took all the million of my dollars, but it's fine. And we're back. That easy, that fast. We had a whole adventure. The family and I went and did some Valentine's Day things. I was not anticipating doing anything today, but we were feeling a little froggy, so we jumped. We went out to dinner, my husband and my daughter and I. We had a great dinner, and then we went and looked for some school supplies for her. She's in daycare now, so we went to look for something for her lunches. I found nothing. So after that, we went to the bookstore. We got some books. Excited to show those to you. And then we went to Crumble and we got a little cookie. We got the salted cheesecake, caramel cheesecake something or other cookie. Y'all, that place is so sweet. That cookie is so sweet. My teeth hurt. I took a bite. I took one solitary bite. I'm so grateful my husband got the mini cookie and not the giant cookie because it's nothing but sugar. I don't know how y'all are eating that. My teeth hurt just thinking about it, to be honest. Anyway, we're here to talk about books. So let's jump into it. Let's see what we found at the bookstore. So big plus. Y'all saw that I was looking at a few books while we were in the bookstore. I found some books that I wasn't looking for, but we did find the two books that I was looking for, and I'm so excited about it. So we found For Human Use. I'm so excited for this. It's a little bit chunkier than I anticipated, but oh my gosh, y'all, I'm so ready to get into this. And then we also found How to Kill a Guy in 10 Dates. I had a hard time finding this one because it was in the romance section. Obviously, it is a romance in a sense, but it's also horror. So I had no idea where to look. So they found this one for me. I'm so grateful. I'm very excited to read this. I can't wait to read both of these books. And I'm also glad to see that they both came out in release on paperback, because I am so tired of every book coming out in hardback. Like, hardbacks are great. I love a hardback book. Don't get me wrong. However, hardbacks are expensive, okay? Hardbacks are really expensive. They're more expensive than a paperback. And for a book that I am not 100% certain that I'm gonna love, but something that was obviously very interesting to me, I would like the paperback versions first, because if I really, really love it that much, I can get the hardback, but like, I usually don't go back and get a second edition of a book unless it was something extremely special. So anyway, we found our 2 lovely books. I'm so excited. And then you saw me pick up some books that weren't on our list, because what's a bookstore video and what's a bookstore extravaganza if you can't find a book that you weren't looking for? You know what I mean? So I got a few books that I wasn't looking for. The first book that I got is Half His Age by Jeanette McCurdy. I was very excited to see this. I have heard mixed feelings about it and that it's pretty like heavy and intense for the topic that's being discussed. However, I'm very excited to read this because I really liked her memoir and I really, really enjoyed her memoir. So I was like, I'm gonna support her and her fiction writing. So here we are, very excited about this. Just realized too that I got one that has a sticker on it. I don't like stickers on my books. I don't think most people do, but I really don't like stickers on my books. But we got a signed copy, which I wasn't aware that I was paying for a signed copy. But that's pretty freaking cool, man. I can't tell if this is like a legit signed copy or if this is a like printed signed copy. You know what I mean? But very excited to have it, especially because this is $30 for this little short book. But at least I have a signed copy of this little short book, you know? So there's that. And then I also found Victorian Psycho, which I'm very excited about this. I want to read this whenever I go see the movie when it comes out this year, because that was one of my 2026 anticipated horror releases of the year, is Victorian Psycho. I've heard not great things about the book. So there's that. But I do want to read it, and then I want to watch it. And then finally, we got One Yellow Eye. This was an impulse buy, I'm not gonna lie to you. I still really don't know much about what this book is about, but I've heard amazing things about it. It is a zombie book, and I love all things zombies. Zombie stuff is my thing, so very excited that I got this one, but I don't really know all that much about it. I am kind of like that it was in a hardback, because again, hardback books are $30. It's a lot of money. But I am excited to have it now. What does the synopsis say? Kesta survived a major zombie epidemic that has left London ravaged. Why is everything always in London, by the way? London's always getting hit with some kind of like crazy disease or disaster. Thinking about zombies too, like thinking back to like 28 Days Later, like that is also London, I believe. Interesting. I don't know why it's always London. Having always preferred the company of microbes to people, she's spent her life looking down the barrel of a microscope rather than cultivating personal relationships. But that changed when she met Tim, her cheerleader, best friend, everything. So when he was one of the last people in London to be infected with the virus, Kesta went into triage mode. Oh Lord, girl. The government has already rounded up and disposed of all the infected, but Kesta is able to keep her husband unalive and hidden. With resources from the hospital where she works, she spends her days reviewing biopsy slides and her evenings caring for him, but he's clearly declining. I am so excited. I don't want to read any more about it. I just want to read it. So very excited that I found this. So we ended up getting 5 books from the bookstore. Not everything was not what I was looking to buy, but we got some good ones, I think. And I haven't bought a book since December? It's been a minute since I bought a book. So excited to have 5 new books to add to my extremely over-clustered book catalog. But I've been reading a lot this year. Okay, y'all, I read, how many books did I read in January? 6 books in January. And I just got 5 books to replace those 6 books, that's all. It's a problem, okay? Whatever. But I already knew I was going to be buying some books this year because I had some anticipated releases that were coming out that I really wanted to get and read. So, all that to say, thank you so much for coming with me on my little book shopping vlog. I hope you guys liked it. I know this is a shorter video, but I hope it was still fun, and I hope to see y'all again soon. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you in my little bookish community, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.